Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. Today is the 21st of December and I have some news for you regarding Killzone Shadowfall and the class action lawsuit against Sony regarding the game's native resolution. Now, as you guys probably know, this lawsuit was filed in August and is seeking damages in excess of $5 million and claims of negligent misrepresentation, false advertisement, unfair competition, fraud and inducement. Basically saying that they technically fibbed about the native 1080p resolution, but it was of course discovered to run at a upscaled lower resolution. Now we have a little bit of an update for you regarding this lawsuit, as Sony was actually unable to kill this lawsuit, brought over the graphics claims made over Killzone Shadowfall, and may actually go forward following a ruling by a judge. Now, of course, Sony did try their best to have the suit thrown out, but Judge Edward Chen of the District Court of the Northern District of California rejected all but one of its arguments. And he said, quote, "Sony's motion for dismissal was premised on an unduly narrow reading of the plaintiff's complaint." Chen, however, did throw out Lador's, who is the original plaintiff, claim of negligent misrepresentation, and his attorneys will have 30 days to file an amended complaint or move on in the lawsuit without it. Now, the same law firm who is representing Lador also filed a class action lawsuit against Sony and EA over promises of a free copy of Battlefield 1943 offered to Battlefield 3 customers, which of course was never delivered. And they are also involved in the class action suit against Sega and Gearbox Software over Aliens Colonial Marines. So they're busy little bees suing companies left, right and centre, with of course various plaintiffs kind of spurring them on. Now, there's no argument that Sony did technically tell a lie when they said that Killzone Shadowfall would run at a native 1080p resolution throughout. It was of course proven, as I said previously, that it runs on multiplayer at an upscaled lower resolution. However, do I think that Sony should have to pay $5 million for this? No, that seems a bit excessive, and of course even if Lador wins, he might not necessarily see the full amount. Of course, all that we know is that this will actually move forward towards court. Basically, we don't know exactly how this is going to progress. He may still end up losing. Of course, Sony has way more money to throw around than most people do, so yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. But I think $5 million is a bit much. You can argue, oh, people might have bought it for the resolution and they got more sales through this lie, and yes, they might have done, but let's be honest, Killzone Shadowfall was a launch title and is often bundled in with the console, so while you could argue that they made a few more sales from telling a fib, how many more did they make? That's unfortunately not quantifiable. So I don't know, they definitely told a fib, but I don't think they should be milked for $5 million because of it. Of course, if you disagree, do let me know your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.